Jamontay Clark, 7 years younger than Gaku Takahashi, has the height advantage, certainly the reach advantage. And let's see if he uses both of those in this fight. Both fighters are in the ring. We get the official introduction from Ray Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Fitz Casino and Hotel here in Tunica, Mississippi. Live on FS1, this is Premier Boxing Champions. The action begins with 8 rounds in the welterweight division. The 3 judges ringside are Recia Allen, Gerald Deming, and Mac Thornton. And the referee in charge when the bell sounds, Bill Clancy. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with the flags of the United States and Mexico. His record 15 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, 7 wins coming by way of KO. From Yokohama, Japan, ladies and gentlemen, here is Gaku Takahashi. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black and the red trunks. His professional record unblemished, 10 wins, 6 of those coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jamontay, the Quiet Assassin Clark.
In the black trunks, the red trim, he's unbeaten. Takahashi, he's got the black trunks, the white trim, with the American and Mexican flag on him. This is round 1. It is scheduled for 8. And you can see right away the height advantage, reach advantage that Clark has. And steadily using that jab. Here's a left hand by Clark.
Nice body.
And yeah, right to the body. Takahashi took this fight on a 10-day notice, but said he had already been in the gym for a couple of months preparing for another fight that fell through. Minute gone here in round 1. Here's the other left to the body by Clark. Here's a right hand by Takahashi that gets in. See, both of these guys are southpaws.
Nice body work from Clark.
We're halfway through round 1. Quick combination by Clark. And there's a left hand by Takahashi. As Clark stumbles.
Clark got to slow down and get himself back together.
And another one clips the chin of Clark. So Takahashi comes out of nowhere. Quick 1-2 by Clark now. And again.
Nice.
So a spirited first round between these two. "40 seconds left here in round 1, and another left hand.
Another left hand.
You can see Takahashi said, "I love to do a lot of feints to throw off my opponent. I'm an awkward fighter, and that's my advantage." They swap left hands. Final 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Another left hand by Clark.
5 seconds, bell's coming.
Both have good moments here in round 1. When we come back, round 2.
He hurt Takahashi, and Takahashi coming back with an answer with another left hand to actually kind of stumbles Jamontay Clark. So that was surprising for him.
Jamontay Clark last fought in June last summer. He beat Edgar Ortega in Montreal, but he was dropped in that fight. He's been down twice as a professional. This one is scheduled for 8. There's another combination by Clark.
That was a great combination by Clark.
Takahashi has been here in the States now for the past 4 years, been living in LA, trains out of the Wild Card Gym, of course owned by Freddie Roach. Clark just missed with that left hand.
Takahashi got a very distinguished style, you know, kind of loose. It seems like to be messing with Jamontay Clark a lot.
You know, one of the things he talked about is I try to use my feints. I'm unorthodox.
Very unorthodox.
He says, but I land my shots. I like to confuse and frustrate my opponent.
It's actually working for him. You know, he's kind of breaking Jamontay Clark's rhythm, you know.
Takahashi has fought at 154, but says 147 is his best weight as Clark goes on the offensive. That left hand glanced off the shoulder of Clark. We got a minute left here in round 2.
You know, but now I like to see Clark go back to his jab. You know, as he was throwing his jab, he was opening up with some big shots like that. You know, when he uses his jab, he tends to create openings. Let his hands go more.
There they both stick the jab out. 30 seconds here in round 2. Takahashi loaded up with that left hand.
Big left hands.
Looping left hand by Takahashi. And a right to the body by Clark. Combination, body work by Takahashi.
You know, the body work would be great for Takahashi. Due to the fact that Jamontay Clark is a way taller opponent.
Clark connecting with hooks. Talk to me about what is it like when you've got two southpaws in there. You know, when you have an orthodox and a southpaw, it's the battle of the foot position. What is it like when you got two southpaws in there?
I guess I can pretty much say it's the same thing, I feel. You know, it's no different from two orthodox fighters, you know. So it's very awkward, I can say that, you know, two southpaws being in there with each other. It's gun for gun, pretty much.
Yeah. Keep it up, son.
Swelling over the left eye of Takahashi.
More combinations from Clark.
They both stick out that jab here.
You know, I like that loose style from Takahashi. You know, he tends to move around a lot and try to break the rhythm of Clark. You know, as he does that, you know, he tends to break the rhythm and Clark can get off his combinations how he would like to.
Here's that left hand. Talk about that reach of Clark. Finding the target as he pounds the body of Takahashi against the ropes.
Now, with Clark being the taller opponent, you'll think he'd be on the outside, but he seems to be walking Takahashi down and pounding him.
That left hand has found the target. You can see Takahashi trying to use this feint. Here's a left hand that gets in for Takahashi. Again, we asked you, the fans, to score these fights for us on the Throwdown Fantasy scoring app. And you gave the first couple of rounds to Clark. No surprise there as he pounds Takahashi against the ropes.
You know, Brian, I feel Takahashi really don't need to be on the ropes. He needs to stay in the middle of the ring and dancing around like he was doing with his awkward style. Clark clearly though he's the bigger man in this fight, you know, as he walks Takahashi down.
Takahashi trying to go to the body of Clark, but hits the guard. Here's that looping left hand. And left by Clark. Body shot by Clark.
Big body shots. Clark
back Takahashi to the rope.
Just pounding. Takahashi do not need to be on the ropes.
And he fights his way off. 30 seconds left here in round 3. Just feels like there's no pop on the punches of Takahashi. Both of these guys try to pound each other's body.
That was a big lift for Takahashi.
And a right to the body by Clark at the bell. And they exchange a few words. Ernie Zavala, he's the trainer. Gaku Takahashi, they've been together for 4 years now as we take a look at some of the action.
As you see here, Clark catches Takahashi with a long uppercut. And it tends to slow Takahashi down a little bit. And he just continues to get off his punches.
Another dominant round for Jamontay Clark. As we enter round 4. You can see he tried that uppercut right there.
Yeah, he just tried it again. No, I like when Clark works the jab. It works a lot for him. It opens big shots.
There's the left hand as he counters Takahashi. You can see Takahashi trying to get inside the range of Clark. Here's the jab, body shot by Takahashi.
Great body shot.
Yeah, another one, and a looping left by Takahashi.
Another looping left. Takahashi is getting a lot of momentum this round, bro.
Jamontay Clark just standing right there, taking it, now dealing out his own punishment to Takahashi. Body shot. Going upstairs and downstairs. Jamontay Clark. We are halfway through round 4. Takahashi fought last September of last year. Got himself a huge win. He stopped Kim Polson, fractured his jaw. It was a big upset in the 2nd round. Before that, he was beaten by Adrian Granados. Granados lost a close fight to Adrian Broner just last month.
Takahashi, he tends to keep aggravating Clark with an awkward style. It just keeps coming and he keeps punching.
Clark certainly loading up with those punches.
He's catching him with some big shots. Yeah.
Takahashi's got to be a tough guy. He's taking some big shots here from Clark.
He's taking some real big shots, but he tends to stay there and keeps fighting, keep trading with him.
There's a combination to the body. Back upstairs is Clark, though. Last 30 seconds of round 4. Wow. Here comes Takahashi now to the body of Clark.
Takahashi, he tends to keep coming. He won't stop coming.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. There's a jab by Takahashi. Clark flicks his jab out at the bell. Takahashi's only been stopped twice in his career. Last time it happened, 2008. We have come to the halfway point of this fight, scheduled for 8 rounds. This is the first 8-rounder for Jamontay Clark. He's never been past 6.
Big left hand for Clark. He's back working the jab.
You know, this is the point Clark told us in the fighter meeting that he was going to apply the pressure on Takahashi. There's another big left hand by Clark. Takahashi comes back with a right to the body.
Takahashi got a steel chin. He's definitely getting caught with some big shots, but as you see, he keeps coming no matter what he get caught with.
Minute gone here in round 5. Quick 1-2 by Clark. Here's that left hand by Takahashi.
That looping left hand seems to keep working for him. You can see Jamontay Clark is loading up on his punches now.
Clark now loading up. Left hand, right hook. Big right hook by Clark. Here comes the pressure. He's got Takahashi against the ropes.
I guess that's the pressure that he said he was going to apply. Takahashi's tough, man. You know, as a young fighter, I feel Jamontay shouldn't look for the knockout. You know, he should let it come. Takahashi's tough.
And here comes Takahashi now. Looping left hand. Under a minute here in round 5. It is Takahashi's turn now to go on the offensive.
He's busy. That loose style again, moving right in front of Clark, getting his punches off.
It's Takahashi now letting his hands go. "30 seconds left here in round 5. Right hook there by Clark. Uppercut.
Takahashi with the 3-punch combination.
He changed the angle, came with that right to the body. Gaku Takahashi's head must be made of granite. Here's a combination by Clark at the bell. Let's take a look at some of the action from round 5.
Clark is on another massive attack, letting his hands go. You see, he's working from the top to the bottom. He's coming up from the bottom, going to the top. It's working great for him.
Amazingly, after that flurry, it was Takahashi's turn, who went right back to the center of the ring, and he went and let his hands go.
You know, as a young fighter, you know, Clark got to understand that Takahashi is not going to lay down. You know, if the knockout comes, it's going to come. He should continue to use his jab and box to get the victory. Because trying to knock a guy out like this, you'll end up hurting yourself in the long run because you give him a chance to come back in. That was a big shot.
Big left hand there by Clark.
You give him a chance to come back in and create shots on you because you get the tiring down. This is, and from my understanding, this is Clark's first 8 rounds.
Yes.
So he should continue to just pace it out and just get a feel for it because Takahashi, he's not going to lay down that easy.
More swelling on the right side of the face of Gaku Takahashi.
The loose style for Takahashi.
He is awkward.
You know, that opens up a lot of big shots for Clark with the loose style. You know, he seems to find a lot of holes in that.
Here's a left hand by Gaku Takahashi.
You know, Takahashi tends to try to work his way up and find some momentum to get his combinations off.
Another right hook by Jamontay Clark. And here comes Takahashi.
Right back.
90 seconds left here in round 6. Couple of jabs by Takahashi. Missed with that. Right hand.
You know, at this point, you gotta wonder if the rounds are messing with Clark.
There's a body shot by Jamontay. Minute left here in round 6.
Seems like those jabs that Takahashi's throwing is very annoying for Clark.
Jamontay Clark is about to enter some uncharted waters here. Here's an uppercut to the body.
You know, no matter what Clark throws, Takahashi keeps coming.
Clark has never gone past 6. Under 30 seconds. Here's another right to the body, and Takahashi said that one was low. Bill Clancy calls time, and by rule, Takahashi has 5 minutes. Let's take another look here.
It was right on the belt.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's gamesmanship here. You know what I mean? You got 5 minutes. Maybe that was, like you said, right on the belt. Maybe that shot hurt him. He said, you know,
exactly.
Maybe,
you know, maybe
act like this was a little low.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me a blow here. He's got 5 minutes.
He's definitely taking a breather. You know, at this point, you got to wonder, is he acting or is he really, you know, was it low? Because for me, it was definitely on the belt.
It's rare that you see a fighter usually take the full 5 minutes. Usually a guy would take a minute and a half, say, okay, let's go, let's do it.
You know, very rare. I feel like when you're taking this long, you definitely.
You're taking a lot of shots. If you're always worried about you, I'm worried about you, okay? I know you just
Let's take another look here.
give me something or I'm going to stop.
This punch.
Okay? You want to continue?
I mean, that's right on the belt.
It's right on the belt. That's right on the belt. You know? That was right on the belt.
Here we go as we resume. Stiff jab there by Clark.
That definitely gave Clark another breather. Also.
Yeah, you're right. Final seconds of round 6. Left hand, right hook, right at the bell. This is round 7 in a first for Jamontay Clark. First scheduled 8-rounder. He's never been past 6. Let's see how he handles it. You hear fighters say it all the time. Hey, I train for 12. I spar 15, 20 rounds. I'm always ready.
Big left hand for Takahashi.
Yeah. There's something to it, though, when you finally go through it.
Yeah, exactly. There's definitely deep waters if you haven't been there before. I was saying earlier in the fight how Clark is loading some big shots, you know, and as he further in his career, you're gonna see, you know, some of that stuff you gotta save for the later rounds.
You see some tape hanging off the glove of Jamontay Clark, and it looked like Clark, after taking that quick 1-2 from Takahashi, rubbed his eye. It looked like there's a little cut over the right eye of Jamontay Clark. So he's now gone past 6 rounds for the first time in his career, and he's got a cut.
Takahashi, he keeps coming no matter what.
There's a right hook by Clark, left hand. Another left hand by Clark. Takahashi letting his hands go.
Yeah, he definitely let him go. You know, at this point, Brian, Clark don't need to get lazy. You know, he needs to stay sharp and end it right. You know, end the last couple rounds right. You know, because as you tend to get lazy, you get caught with big shots. You know, at this point, he already suffering a small cut, so he don't need to be hit anymore.
Minute left here in round 7. Bill Clancy will halt the action again as they try to get that tape. Bill Clancy says it was an accidental headbutt that caused the cut of Jamontay Clark. You can see it there right over the right eye. I thought it was a shot, really. Let's take another look here. Here's a jab.
Yep.
And then that's when you see the blood.
It was definitely a jab.
There's the left hand by Takahashi. Another left hand and a right hook.
Comes with another flourishing combination.
Under a minute. Here comes Takahashi now, applying the pressure to Jamontay Clark.
You know, he keeps coming no matter what. He's a tough fighter.
He bangs away Takahashi at that guard of Jamontay Clark. He loaded up with that right hand, Clark does. A left. Left uppercut, right hook.
Very nice exchanges from both of these guys. Clark tends to keep walking Takahashi down.
Big left hand, that one rocked Takahashi. And a right hook. What a flurry by Jamontay Clark at the bell. Well, welcome back. Ernie Zavala, he's the trainer for Gaku Takahashi, just said, listen, that is enough. As Takahashi went to his corner at the end of the 7th round and said, that's enough, you've taken too much punishment.
Ladies and gentlemen, the corner of Gaku Takahashi deems him unable to continue to begin the 8th round. Therefore, your winner by technical knockout and still undefeated, Jamontay, the Quiet Assassin.